Hi students, welcome back to the class. We have already learned that sound can travel through solids, liquids and gases. In other words, such sound can travel through a material medium. So here we are going to discussing sound needs a medium to transmit. Okay. Let us try to find out whether sound can travel through vacuum. So see this experiment.
How does sound propagate? Does it require a medium to travel? Let's find out through this activity. Here, we have an electric bell suspended in an airtight bell jar. This jar is connected to a vacuum pump. Plug in the plug key to turn on the bell. The bell now starts producing sound that can be heard loud and clear. Let us now gradually pump the air out of the jar, essentially reducing the air pressure in the jar using the vacuum pump. We can now observe the sound becoming fainter as the air pressure reduces in the jar. When the air is removed completely, no sound can be heard at all. Thus, we can conclude that sound is a mechanical wave and needs a material medium for its propagation. It cannot travel through vacuum.
All of you understood this experiment? Okay, next we are going to discussing the another topic, how to find the speed of sound in air. What? How to find the speed of sound in air. Let us say that experimental determination of speed of sound in air. The facts that light travels in air about 1,000,000 times faster than the sound can be used in determining the speed of sound in air. Cannons are mounted at high altitudes A and B, where the place A and B are at a distance d apart. The distance d is accurately measured. At each place, there is an observer with a stopwatch. When the cannon of A is fired, the observer at B starts his stopwatch when he sees the flash of the light. When he hears the sound, he stops the stopwatch and this time interval t is noted. When the cannon at B is fired, the observer of A starts his stopwatch when he sees flash of the fire at B. When he hears the sound, he stops the stopwatch at his time interval T2 is noted. The average of 2 times interval will give the time taken by the sound to travel from A to B. So, time t equal to T1 plus T2 upon 2. So, therefore, the speed of the sound V is equal to what? Distance by time. That means D upon T equal to, T meter per second. Okay. So, to counteract the effects of wind, time interval is found twice. Okay. And next we are going to discussing why is the thunder heard after the flash of lightning. Do you think about this matter? Yes. Okay. So, see this interesting video.
Topic: light and sound. Why do we see lightning before thunder? Don't go out tonight. A huge storm is coming. Look at the weather outside. See, there's a huge lightning strike. Now, very soon, you're going to hear some thunder. I told you. Don't get scared. It's just thunder. Do you know why you saw the lightning before you heard the thunder? I will tell you. An interesting fact is that lightning and thunder occur at the exact same time. Then why do we see lightning first? This is because light travels faster than sound. The speed of light is 300 million meters per second, while the speed of sound is only 340 meters per second. Thus, the light from the lightning travels much faster to our eyes. As a result, we first see the lightning, shortly followed by the sound of thunder.
So light travels at a very fast speed, that is how much is 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Whereas the sound travels in air at given here how much 340 meter per second. Thus, whenever lightning take place, it is seen at once. Viewers, sound will take some times to reach as depending upon the height of the cloud. Okay. This fact can be used for finding the height of cloud where lightning take place. Holding a stopwatch in your hand on a rainy day. As soon as you see the flash of lightning, start the stopwatch. The moment you hear the sound of thunder, stop the stopwatch. Let us imagine that time gap in seeing the lightning flash and hearing the sound of thunder is how much? 6.5. Take it like, okay, 6.5 second. Knowing the velocity of sound in air as how much? 340 meter per second. So now we can find the height of cloud as under how? So height of cloud, that's equal distance traveled by sound. What? Distance traveled by sound. That's height of cloud, that is equal what? Distance traveled by sound. Okay. So this distance traveled by sound, that's equal speed of sound in air multiply time. Speed of air multiply time. Okay. The speed of sound in air, that how much? 340 meter per second, and the time 6.5 second. Multiply the both values. Okay. 340 multiply 6.5, how much you will get? Yes, 2210 meter. So this is the height of cloud. I hope all of you understood this topic. Okay, thank you.